In the dim light of his apartment, Carlos sits alone, the weight of unpaid bills casting long shadows around him. The mountain of debt looms large, a stark testament to his financial woes. Soft, melancholic music drifts from the radio, underscoring the somber mood that fills the room. The air hangs heavy with the burden of financial strain, each breath a reminder of his struggles. Shadows dance across the walls, mirroring the uncertainty that clouds Carlos's future. Lost in thought, Carlos grapples with the daunting reality of his situation. In a desolate, unknown location, a weathered face fills the frame, a testament to life's trials. Shadows play across his features, accentuating the etched lines of resilience and hardship. The narrator's voice cuts through the silence. They say survival is a mindset, but what happens when survival becomes your only mode of living? Meet Carlos. Carlos is scrubbing the floor, his movements reflecting relentless effort. The harsh, fluorescent lights of the kitchen reflect off the sweat on Carlos's brow, each beat a testament to his hard work. Carlos hauls heavy construction materials, each lift a display of his unwavering resolve. His muscles strain, each movement a testament to his unwavering dedication. In the dim light, Carlos's face is etched with weariness. For years, Carlos believed money was just for surviving. Paieront, buy food, repeat. The cycle of survival traps Carlos in its relentless grip. Under the harsh glare of fluorescent lights, Carlos stands at the checkout, his head bowed in quiet desperation. Each coin he counts is a heavy burden, his furrowed brow a testament to his struggle. The lines around his eyes deepen, etched by worry and the weight of financial strain. A sense of embarrassment washes over him, his posture reflecting a deep feeling of defeat. He is trapped in a moment that encapsulates his period of significant financial hardship. The bright lights of the grocery store amplify his quiet struggle, making his vulnerability starkly visible. In the stark isolation of the stage, Carlos stands bathed in a single spotlight, his weathered face telling tales of a life fully lived. His voice echoes through the emptiness, beginning a story of self-discovery. I thought people with wealth were lucky, born rich, had connections. The spotlight tightens as Carlos confesses, "That wasn't me." Carlos walks down a busy street, his posture reflecting exhaustion. The city's relentless noise seems to amplify his burden. Carlos halts, pausing to inhale deeply, seeking a moment of clarity. His mind drifts back, reflecting on his initial confidence. Carlos whispers, "I thought I could handle it all. I believed I was strong enough, smart enough, to juggle everything life threw at me." The weight of his past beliefs now seems to crush him. The wind howls relentlessly, a constant reminder of the desolation. Carlos, weathered and worn, surveys the unforgiving terrain, his eyes reflecting a deep weariness. The landscape stretches endlessly, a barren expanse under a vast, indifferent sky. Carlos reflects on his arrival, his voice echoing across the empty space. "When I first arrived here, all I thought about was surviving today. Tomorrow? Too far away." The swirling dust devils dance like ghosts, mocking his solitude. His silhouette is framed against the setting sun, a solitary figure against the fading light. Carlos leans casually against the water cooler, his posture relaxed. Mateo stands nearby, engaging in relaxed conversation. The fluorescent lights hum overhead, casting a sterile glow. Despite the sterile environment, a sense of camaraderie fills the air. Mateo stands, a question hanging in the air, his eyes fixed on Carlos. Mateo's voice cuts through the silence. "Carlos, you ever heard of habit stacking?" Carlos remains silent, his expression unreadably, as it considers Mateo's question. The room holds its breath, waiting for Carlos's response to the unexpected question. Carlos stands alone, a palpable sense of confusion clouding his features. He shifts slightly, the uncertainty evident in his posture. His eyes dart around, searching for an explanation in the empty space. A frown deepens as he grapples with the unseen, unheard. Carlos whispers, "Habit." "What?" The question hangs in the air, unanswered, amplifying the mystery. Mateo stands, ready to unveil his innovative idea. Mateo begins to speak, his expression earnest. Mateo explains, "It's simple. You link a new habit to one you already do every day." Mateo pauses, allowing his words to resonate. Mateo stands, awaiting a reaction. Mateo quietly retrieves a small notebook. The notebook is simple, yet it holds secrets. He pauses, then opens the notebook, A determined look overtakes Mateo's face. Mateo stands alone in his simple, functional bathroom. He pauses, gathering his thoughts before beginning his daily ritual. After I brush my teeth, I write down one thing I spent money on that day. No judgment, just awareness. He prepares to face the day, armed with self-awareness and intention. In the quiet of his bathroom, Carlos stands, toothbrush in hand, ready to face the night. With a fresh start, he picks up a notebook and pen, a moment of hesitation hanging in the air. Night after night, Carlos diligently fills the pages of his notebook, his thoughts pouring onto the paper. Sometimes, the words flow freely. Other times, he stares blankly, searching for inspiration. Weeks turn into a testament of dedication as the notebook swells with his thoughts and dreams. Carlos appears more focused, more content, his nightly ritual transforming him from the inside out. A flurry of fragmented actions dances across the screen, each a fleeting glimpse into the world. The montage unfolds, a chaotic symphony of daily rituals hinting at a hidden presence. The narrator's voice cuts through the visual storm. That was Carlos's first habit stack. The images intensify, reflecting the rhythm of Carlos's life, unseen yet deeply felt. The montage fades, leaving a lingering sense of Carlos's unseen routine. In the quiet solitude of his apartment, Carlos sits hunched over his desk, absorbed in thought. The soft glow of a single lamp casts long shadows across the room, illuminating the pages of his notebook. His brow furrows with concentration as he flips through the pages, his mind racing with ideas. The room is sparsely furnished, but the books lining the wall hint at a deep well of knowledge and curiosity. Each page turned is a step deeper into the labyrinth of his thoughts, a journey fueled by the quiet hum of the night. In the silence, the turning of each page echoes like a heartbeat, marking time in the sanctuary of his study. In a somber setting, a voice echoes with melancholy. Carlos reflects on the accumulation of life's small pleasures. Carlos begins, his voice heavy with regret. Coffee, snacks. He continues. Lotto tickets. Small things, but they added up. The weight of those minor joys now lost echoes in the silence. The unseen location absorbs the somber reflection, each word hanging in the air. Carlos sits alone in his dimly lit apartment, the glow of his phone screen highlighting his intense focus. He pores over budgeting apps, his brow furrowed in deep concentration as he navigates the financial planning tools. Carlos meticulously logs his expenses, setting the foundation for a new disciplined habit. With a determined look, he shifts his focus to educational finance videos, embracing his new routine. He leans back slightly, absorbing financial wisdom from the videos, a sense of control washing over him. The apartment remains dim, but Carlos's face is lit with newfound hope and financial literacy. In the dim light, Carlos stands before the bathroom mirror, diligently, brushing teeth with unwavering focus. Carlos sits hunched over his desk, meticulously logging spending into a spreadsheet with determined precision. Bathed in the glow of the screen, Carlos intently watches 5 minutes of finance videos. Again, Carlos stands at the sink, brushing teeth. Carlos sits at his desk, logging spending. Carlos sits, watching finance videos. Sunlight bathes Carlos's humble apartment, illuminating his resolve. Before Carlos, blank envelopes and a stack of cash hint at meticulous planning. With focused determination, Carlos carefully labels each envelope. Each label represents a piece of his life. Groceries, entertainment. The small apartment is filled with a sense of purpose as Carlos organizes his life, one envelope at a time. A thoughtful sigh echoes, hinting at a profound realization. Carlos, VO, begins to speak, his voice filled with a newfound understanding. I realized. Carlos, VO, reflects, his words hanging in the air. It wasn't about earning more at first. It was about keeping more. Carlos, VO, concludes with clarity. On the bustling city streets, Carlos skillfully negotiates with a landlord, his persuasive demeanor hinting at a breakthrough. Amidst a collection of worn bicycles, Carlos carefully examines each one, searching for a reliable means of transport. With determined eyes, Carlos selects a bicycle, a symbol of his growing independence and stability. Each small victory builds upon the last, painting a portrait of a life gradually transforming for the better. Carlos's journey unfolds step by step, each scene illustrating his unwavering commitment to a brighter future. In the vibrant cafe, Carlos settles at a small table, bathed in sunlight that dances through the air. A warm smile graces Carlos's face as he stares intently at his phone screen. He checks his savings app, anticipation lighting up his eyes. The app reveals a balance of 15. 0. Carlos smiles contentedly, a sense of accomplishment washing over him. Bathed in the soft glow of sunlight, Carlos beams with a weathered smile. Carlos hands a worn notebook to the young immigrant, symbolizing hope and guidance. Carlos's voice echoes in the room. From 0 to 15. 0. Carlos shares his beginnings. You know where I started? Right here. One habit, one stack.